Alrighty, so let's see where we are at on Facebook, and then we can. Okay, so I want to. Yeah, we are on Facebook. Uh, the light is fine. Um, just want to make sure here we go here. And I share my screen and we can rock and roll. Alrighty, before I share my screen, let me just make sure people on here are fine. All right, all those who are on Zoom, you're welcome. Okay, so recording pause. So let me do this here. And then we say view, we say present. And this show is on the road. And I will just click here. I need to record it. 1 second for those of us watching. Fantastic. Good morning, and this is Frida Owinga from Passion Profit with Founders Conversation. Again, this Thursday from Nairobi. We are tuning live from Park Place Business Center, and I hope at the end of the broadcast you will be able to meet those that have joined me here this morning. Thank you so much for joining in live and on Zoom. And I'm wondering if I should turn on the light. No, you're fine. So what's going to happen this morning? We have been talking about profitable networking this month. And in profitable networking, we look to, sorry, somebody closed the door and I don't want to be disrupted. Please help me find somebody to keep the door open. Um, so yeah, so the key thing about profitable networking is I know there are many people who hear the word profit and they get repulsed by it, or they feel, oh, it's not all about the money. And I've come to realize that many times when we are uncomfortable about money, it's because we are not making enough, or we don't know how to make it, or whatever reason. And it's neither good nor bad, but you need to decide, why are you uncomfortable about money? All right, you're welcome. Please take a seat. We just got started. So the way this works is I'm going to share. I share. Uh, you can just have a seat on this side. The screen is going to be over here. And I'm also broadcasting live on Facebook. So please just take a seat and be comfortable. All righty. So welcome again to Passion Profit Founders Conversation. And today we are broadcasting live at Park Place Business Center, which is on the second floor of Park Place, a building on Limuru Road on your way to the Aga Khan Hospital. On the left, there's Oilibia, but just before Oilibia, there's Park Place. So this month we are talking about profitable networking. And the reason we're talking about profitable networking is because many business owners use networking as one way to generate leads, which is all right, but the world is changing, but we are not changing our methods, which is very sad. So as we get into it, I'll just quickly run over. Our mission is to support individuals and organizations to produce, package, and promote their passion, vocation, or expertise so that they can make more impact and get more profit. Because the truth of the matter is, as a business, if you're not making money, then you're not a business, you are a hobby. And we need to be comfortable and clear about the money in business. And it's simply under getting some financial literacy and removing your mental blocks about money to really understand, why are you in business? How much do you need to make? How much do you need to live, thrive, or survive? So that you're not just making money to pay bills, but I always say that you're making money for bills, pleasure, and philanthropy, so that everything is covered. And the truth about it is, as long as you're on this side of eternity, we will need money. So we exist to help you. We exist to help you make more money. 1 second here. I see my screen sharing has paused. So I want to stop the share and make sure you can see my slides over here. Let's try that again. Alrighty. So that is what Passion Profit does, and we serve you by providing you with mentoring. Our mentoring program helps you to avoid costly mistakes by engaging experts and professional founding peers. Because today, everybody can be a mentor. You have enough experiences and exposure and expertise under your belt to help somebody else. All right. We all need help because we are progressive beings and we are going from one strength to another strength. And because change is inevitable, where you are today is not where you're going to be tomorrow. If you continuously get support and change and do the things that you require, you will get better and better. So we have a mentoring program, and we also provide networking. Like every Thursday, we have a network either online or offline. This month we have been meeting offline at Parklands Business Center, and the Parklands Business Center is on the Road, and we meet from 8:30 to 9:30 online and offline. We share some insights and strategies. You get to meet other business owners, and then you're on your way. We also provide access to capital through our partners, and we also have our own table bank. We often make fun that when access to when access to capital, when the banks reduced access to capital because of interest capping, we moved our money to the table. All right, so we have access to capital. We have a small table bank called, I normally tell people not to say small, we have a growing table bank called Catalyst. And we also have financial partners, Barclays, CBA, we have Gulf Africa Bank, Countable, and others that can help you to access funds. One thing about accessing to capital, I always tell people, when people hear access to capital, they make a beeline for it, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you have put your ducks in a row, that means that you have your records, you have your financials ready, because nobody's going to lend you money unless you have grown your own. Nobody's giving you any money until you have grown your own. So moving along, today we're going to be talking about profitable networking. And I often like sharing this. This is one of my favorite pictures when I talk to the entrepreneurs, because the number one startup mistake that is making business owners not make it to their third birthday is building something nobody wants. And I find that I've been speaking to founders every Thursday or Wednesday since we started. We always have an open clinic for business owners. And one thing I've discovered is many times business owners start something because of their passion, which is okay, but rarely, I don't want to say rarely, but sometimes don't pay enough attention to what the market needs. Many times somebody has said, why did you start the business? Because they saw it was doing well, or this or the other, all kinds of reasons. But the number one reason you should start a business is because you're going to create value for somebody else who will appreciate and pay you for it. Because if you're creating value, the person receiving the value needs to acknowledge it's valuable for them enough to pay it. Just like we go to hospital and we pay for the hospital bill because we value our health. So also, the business you're starting should be valuable enough for somebody to pay you for it. And it all comes into how you package it and how you promote it and how you present it to the right people. And the right people are the people that need it enough to pay for it. And one thing I like about today, the time that you're living in, is that life is giving us a report every time, especially if you're on social media, you get consistent reports about how you're doing. And social media is not the only place for you to gain visibility. But I often say that if you're doing something and you're not making enough money out of it, either people don't want it or you have not packaged it in a persuasive enough way. So you need to rethink that. Instead of trying to make it harder and do more, you need to figure out, what do you need to tweak? And what I like about social media is that you can change your advert. There are many times we put an advert, and if it's not performing the way we want it, we go back and change it. It's not like having a billboard you've paid for 3 months, it has to, or a month, or whatever number of days, it has to stand there whether somebody is watching or not. Digital marketing gives you feedback instantaneously. You can quickly know how many people have been reached, how many people have engaged with it, and how do they care. And when you're going to do profitable networking, you need both offline and online marketing strategies. And it starts with offline, because offline is great, but offline only puts you in front of a few people. Online puts you in front of many more people, and you can target who you want to be in front of. Offline, you choose where you go based on what you saw on the flyer, maybe the location, maybe the price of the event. But online, you get to be more intentional by choosing the age. Now with the different analytics, you can also choose what people are looking at, who are the people most likely to buy from you online because of the behavior they have exhibited before. There's so much data that is being given to the third-party platforms that you can take advantage of. So instead of just going and boosting, and also they tell you that if you boost this post, you will reach X number more people. But the thing is not to reach 1,000 more people or 3,000 more people to like your post. The thing is to reach more people to generate leads. And that is where what is important, because when you generate a lead, you'll generate somebody with their name, their phone number, and their email, and you can actually call them and start cultivating the relationship. It is still a bit of cold traffic, but it is better than likes, because likes is almost like no traffic. All right. So moving along here, on my topic for this month has been how to create value for your customers and your company, profitable networking. And in profitable networking, today we are in step 3, but I'll just go over for those that are joining us for the first time. I'm just checking here to make sure that the people on Facebook are not asking me questions, because we're also streaming on Facebook. So at Passion Profit, we have what we call our 5-step profit formula to help you create value for your customers and your company. So step 1 starts with attraction. And in attraction, before you can attract somebody, you need to be ready to attract. I often make fun, it's like dating. If you're going out and you want to meet somebody, you put your best foot forward, all right? Nobody really goes out like people who go to the club. You go, you dress up right, you look right, you smell good, because you are going with the purpose either to have fun or you're hoping to attract somebody. So when it comes to attraction, 2 things are key. Number 1, you need to be ready to attract. And to be ready to attract, you must be packaged in the way that the person you're looking to attract will be attracted, all right? So that is packaging. So your readiness is your packaging. Do you have a value proposition? And is your value proposition going to attract the ideal client? And who is the ideal client? So in attraction, first be ready to attract, and then go where your ideal target, who is your ideal target audience, and where can you find them, all right? Many times, and what are you attracting for? Are you attracting for a good time, or are you attracting to get married? All right. So similarly, the places you go, you should be very intentional about your networking. I network in places where there are small business owners for 2 reasons. 1, to look for clients who need mentoring and coaching, and 2, to listen to what are their challenges. Because the better you know your ideal target audience, the better you're able to serve them, the better you're able to tweak your value proposition. Now, many times I find that business owners, we are lazy. And what I mean by we are lazy, we go to a networking event and then we are asked who would like to introduce themselves, and then we are all shy. We look around, we're looking at each other. That is a clear sign that we are not intentional and we are not prepared. You can, when you're leaving your house, just like when you're going out to the club, you're hoping somebody will talk to you, somebody will buy you a drink. There's no time for wasting. So you must be sure, what are you going to say? All right. That moment that comes and people are asked, tell us a little bit about your company, make it a little bit. So you must have some keywords that you use that will attract your target audience. My target audience is small business owners. And keywords that attract small business owners is more clients, more cash, profit. And nowadays, investors, all right? But I don't talk, investors is secondary for me, because the first thing is I want to make the small business owner grow their own money so that they'll be attracted by an investor. So in attraction, be ready. Who do you want to attract? Where do they play? Or where can they be found? And number 3, what is your proposition? All right. What is your value proposition? So your value proposition is not, I'm a digital marketer, I'm an accountant. So as an accountant, what will you do for me that is different from what others are doing? All right. The accountants have been very crucial in helping me to become more financial literate, understand financial statements. As a business owner, even if you have an accountant, you need to understand all the income statements. You need to understand the cash flow statement. You need to understand the balance sheet. You need to understand the profit and loss. And the most important thing is you need to be sure that it is now profit and not historical profit. Because often, and that is our step number 5. I'm going to touch on it a little bit. So step number 1 is attraction. Be ready and go where your ideal client is. Articulate who your ideal client is. It's really easy to articulate your ideal client who has been buying from you, who asks for you, who tells other people about you. All right. So when you set out to buy, when you set out to sell something, who is paying attention? Many times people have come and told me that, Frida, I'm attracting the wrong people. And I said, how can you attract the wrong people? Okay, it's like going to a club and the wrong guy asks you for your number. There must be something you're doing to attract the wrong person. So oftentimes I find that where they're holding their events is not the way they're packaged. The way they're packaged as a business is off, and then where they're holding their events is not where the target audience goes. Sometimes you'll have to invest more to make sure that your target audience comes to where to your level. Because the thing about it is, target audience, if we break it down, is a person just like you and me. And I want you to think about, what do you do when you want to buy? And that's the same way that your target audience thinks. When they want to buy, they first ask their friends around. They may Google, they may go to Facebook to find it, but normally they ask somebody. All right, what do they ask? Use the words that they use, because when you use their words, you're more likely to get them. But we are often trying to impress, so we use technical terms that they don't know. Remember, your target audience has a problem that they're trying to solve. So they're not thinking in technical terms, they're thinking in layman terms of the problem that they have. Step 2 is engagement. So once you've attracted them, what next? You're not going to keep quiet and look at each other. You're going to continue to create value. And as you continue creating value, the relationship becomes warmer. They start asking questions and they want to know how you can help them. For instance, when people call looking for mentorship, we have 3 different mentorship programs. We have Activate, Accelerate, and Ascend. First, I engage them. I get to understand, what kind of business are you in? How long have you been in business? Why do you think you need a mentor? Then I find the right place I find the one to recommend them to. Because oftentimes we tell people too much. Good morning, you're welcome, and you can sit down. I'm broadcasting live as well, so then you get an opportunity to ask questions and interact. So step number 2, we're talking about the 5-step profit formula. This month, we're talking about profitable networking. So step number 2 is engaging who you have attracted by continuing to create value, by helping them to understand who you are, what you do, and how it will make sense to them. And in engagement, this is what we call content marketing. So I find that as business owners, when we network, we collect business cards, but we don't have a place to engage with the people that we collected business cards from. You have a good opportunity to let them know, you can join. I have a mailing list, and every week there's something that goes out, to my target audience, especially if you have had a rapport with them and find that they're people who are the people in your target audience, then you can share with them that you have some publication that goes out. And if you don't have a publication, you need to know that one great way of engaging those that you have attracted is like a holding cell. Like, you have all these people in this room, but you're not talking to them. All right, those are the business cards in our bags. All right, so out of these business cards, which ones of them, when you are collecting the cards, you had a rapport with them and you discover that maybe they can buy from you, they need to be receiving your publication. And I always say that every business owner needs to have a publication, especially now, because every time people Google you, something should come up. Not just that you're on Facebook, your blog should come up, your publication should come up, whether you've been in the newspaper or stuff like that. So step 2 is having an engagement strategy and system on how to continue engaging, because meeting somebody at a networking event and exchanging cards and expecting that to turn into business tomorrow is one recipe of disappointment, because research shows that it will take less than 1% of sales convert from the first touch. It takes up to 5 to 7 touches before it converts. So after the networking meeting, there's follow-up. There might not even be the right target audience, so you don't need to follow up with everybody. You follow up with 1, your consumer; 2, a reporter, somebody who may know people that you're looking for. Like I can follow up with somebody in the finances, because in the finances, they work with other small business owners. So step 1, attract. Step 2, engage. And then step 3, convert. And when it comes to conversion, where we fail is we're always trying to convert people from 0 to our flagship. So at Passion Profit, we help you have what we call a 3-tier offer. And in a 3-tier offer is we help you look at your flagship product and break it down into 3. What is an entry-level product that you can create? What is a welcome product? And then what is your flagship? Because from 0 to flagship is a high leap. You have not, how can I say, you have not removed the buyer's suspicion. They don't know you, like you, trust you enough to make that leap. So you need to have, just like you when you're going to buy, making the 20,000 deal for the first time, not that you don't have the money, you're just thinking, what if it doesn't work? You're always thinking, what if it doesn't work? But what if it does? But you have to remember that the person buying from you also thinks like that. What if it doesn't work? So you want to you must arrange your products in a way that they can have a teaser, a test, so that they know you, like you, trust you to the next level until they're ready to buy the bigger one. Like for instance, at Passion Profit, this is a low tier offer, because every Thursday we have the free networking session. You can come offline. This month, Parkplace has given us this space to use for free, but we still broadcast online. So you can come online. You can still get this video and listen to it and get value. You can come offline. You can meet somebody. You can still get this video if you want it. And then, so we are adding value, but you're also getting to see kuna kitu pale, or no, that was a waste of my time, So then you can make up your mind. So every product has room